American Sports 365. Here with me once again is my colleague Alex. So, some more Miami Heat news to talk about. Unfortunately, not really in terms of Damian Lillard, but Dwyane Wade was just inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame, so of course we have to discuss that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, as I just said, Dwyane Wade was recently inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Of course, Wade played the vast majority of his NBA career with the Heat, won championships with the Heat in 2006, 2012, and 2013. And Wade was also the Finals MVP in 2006, averaging 30.7 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 3.8 assists in that final series against the Mavericks, in which the Heat came back from a 0-2 deficit to win their first title. So, very well deserved honor for an incredible player. So, what are your thoughts on Dwyane Wade being inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Yeah, obviously he deserves it. He's a great player, one of the greatest shooting guards of all time, and in my opinion, the greatest Heat player of all time. I don't know if that's even really up for debate. So I'm happy that he got this honor that he so well deserves.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it was clear, for a while, certainly since his retirement, that Wade was going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'd say it's probably pretty obvious earlier than that. But yeah, after his retirement, it was certainly always going to happen. I think, of course, he definitely deserves it. He was an amazing player and was the best player for the Heat for some time. The early 2000s, really, until LeBron arrived in 2010, and then obviously Wade was still there for a little bit longer, and then had some stints with other teams, and came back and in his career with the Heat, which felt right. So yeah, it was definitely deserved it. In terms of him being the greatest Heat player of all time, I would say yes. I think you have to make a certain distinction when you're talking about him and LeBron, because I think if you say who was the greatest player to ever play for the Heat,
it's obviously LeBron.
Then it's LeBron. But I think if you're talking about greatest Heat player, I think it has to be Dwyane, because
who was the greatest player for the Heat?
Yes, because obviously Wade played much longer for the Heat, and spent most of his career there. So, despite the fact that obviously LeBron is an amazing player, in my opinion, the second greatest basketball player of all time, had 4 great years with the Heat. I think still put Wade as the greatest franchise player in Heat history. So, definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and good to see him make it. Although obviously doesn't come as much of a surprise. I do also want to mention that I'm really glad that Wade ended his career with the Heat. Obviously he played a few years with some other teams, namely the Bulls and the Cavs. But I'm glad that he finished his career with the Heat. It was good, send off. He had a kind of a farewell tour that season. Fortunately, he weren't really that great in that season. The 2018-19 season, missed the playoffs, but it's good to see that. And Wade had a triple-double in his final NBA game, so even at that point, still showing his greatness. So well deserved. Congratulations to him and to his family, and good to see that finally happen. Wade's now finally in the Hall of Fame, as of course he should be.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, there's not really any major updates as far as the Damian Lillard situation goes. He and Blazers are still in negotiations, although they're not progressing that quickly. So I'm getting a little bit frustrated at this point. I think it's still very clear that Lillard only wants to play for the Heat, and I think that he could put together a respectable trade package. It might not be everything that Portland wants, but I think it would be at least close to fair value. So yeah, like I said, I'm getting a little bit frustrated with how this is dragging on without much progress. So, what are your thoughts on this process continuing to drag on?
Yeah, I'm frustrated too.
I think pretty much all Heat fans are getting frustrated with this at this point, which is understandable because it seems like, again, for the reporting that we have, it seems like the Blazers are the ones holding up negotiations. The Heat are making good faith efforts to try to get done. So hopefully there's a breakthrough in negotiations. It'd be best for everyone, really.
Yep.
So there you have it. Dwyane Wade was inducted to the Hall of Fame. Of course, that's an honor he very much deserves, and something we all saw coming. But good to see him, officially in the Hall of Fame, alongside, of course, former Heat player Chris Bosh, and joins a list of some incredible Heat players that have made it to the Heat Hall of Fame, of course, including well-known players like Shaq and Alonzo Mourning, in addition to others. But great to see that happen. Unfortunately, there's no updates as far as the Damian Lillard situation goes, but hopefully there's a breakthrough soon, and either getting ready for the season. So, like I said, hopefully there's some developments as far as Damian Lillard goes soon, because the lack of progress on that front is really starting to become annoying.
Yep.